Welcome, everyone, to another deep dive. Today, we're jumping into the world of crypto technical analysis.
Yeah, and we're doing it through the lens of someone pretty influential known as Crypto Info.
Yeah.
We have a lot of great insights from our dear friend here.
That's right. Thanks to our dear friend Crypto Infos,
Mhm.
we're going to unpack their core philosophy and even look at one of their specific analyses they call a yellow chart.
It's a chance to really get into a very direct, sometimes, counterintuitive way of looking at markets.
How'd they pull actionable knowledge just from charts, basically?
Exactly. It kind of challenges what many think drives trading.
Okay, so let's get into it. A big thank you again to our dear friend, Crypto Infos. Their core belief, and this comes from like a lot of experience and research, is that technical analysis, or TA, is just, well, the best way, the most superior form of analysis.
And the why is pretty interesting, is because TA reflects real action, actual people buying and selling.
Real money moving.
Precisely. They argue that every single candle on a price chart, it holds all the information you actually need.
All of it. Like what individual traders are up to, or...
Yeah, individuals, the big players, the whales, even what the so-called smart money is doing, where they're buying or selling.
And all this just from the chart patterns? No outside news?
Well, that's the thing. Crypto Infos is pretty firm that news fundamentals. Sure, they make headlines, great clickbait, maybe.
But for actual trading?
Far less useful is their take. At best, maybe helpful in like tiny specific moments, but generally not the main driver.
Okay, so trust the chart, not the hype. That also ties into something else they observe about market psychology, doesn't it?
It does. They point out that most people, generally speaking, tend to get really bullish right near the top.
And then bearish right at the bottom. Classic mistake.
Exactly. A huge trap. Everyone's euphoric. Probably a peak. Mass panic. Often means a bottom is near or already in.
So being aware of that herd mentality is crucial. Now, speaking of psychology, Crypto Infos has this very blunt take on the emotional side of trading.
Oh, yeah.
If you're complaining about losses, about stress, they basically say, that's what you asked for.
It's stark. It kind of forces you to own it.
It really does. Their advice. If it's too bad, quit. Simple as that.
If it's not, lock in and try harder. There's no middle ground for complaining, basically.
Just keep grinding. Good results, bad results, no results. Just keep at it.
Yeah, it really hammers home the discipline needed. It's less about blaming the market and more about your own resilience, your own effort.
Okay, so that's the philosophy. Pure TA, ignore the noise, master your own psychology, and just grind.
Pretty much sums it up.
So let's see this in action. Let's look at a specific analysis from our dear friend Crypto Infos. This one's for A16Z USDT.
Okay, and this is on the BitGet exchange using the one-day chart.
Right, and the current status, according to this analysis, it's bearish.
Yeah, the observation is that A16Z on the daily chart is definitely in a bearish trend right now.
What are the signs?
Well, the price is hitting some strong resistance from a trend line that's sloping downwards. Plus, and this is pretty key, it's trading below the 21-day EMA.
The exponential moving average, a common trend indicator.
Exactly. So the analysis suggests patience is really important here. It'll be interesting to see how the price actually reacts to that trend line resistance over the coming days and weeks.
So bearish outlook. But what if it surprises? What if it manages to pump? Are there upside targets?
Yes. If it does manage a strong push upwards, the first target they're looking at is around the $0.35 to $0.40 mark.
Okay, 35 to 40 cents. And the flip side, if it gets rejected at that resistance?
Which, given the current bearish setup, is a definite possibility.
Yeah.
If it gets rejected, the next downside target is significantly lower. We're talking about 0.08 cents to 10 cents.
Wow, 8 to 10 cents. So quite a range depending on how it plays out at this resistance level.
It is. Clear levels, based entirely on the chart's structure and indicators.
All right, so wrapping this up, what's the main takeaway for you, the listener, from this deep dive into Crypto Info's approach?
Well, we've seen a really strong argument for relying purely on technical analysis.
Yeah, and a real skepticism towards news just driving the market narrative.
Plus that sharp insight into market psychology, avoiding the herd mentality.
And maybe most importantly, the absolute need for discipline, that mental toughness and just perseverance.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? Where do real market insights come from? Is it all the external chatter, or is it something else?
Like, how might your approach change if you relied solely on the actual price action, the charts, and, your own internal fortitude?
Exactly. That's the challenge Crypto Infos puts forward. Maybe the answers aren't always in the headlines, but hidden in the patterns right in front of us. and in our ability to just stick with the plan. Something to consider.